Oh, no, you'll have now. You're live.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bastien. Hello, Jean-Marc. We're just waiting 2 or 3 minutes until everybody will be here. And we will start just after, sorry. Hello, Yann. Hello, Props. Sorry. Hello, Sofiane. Hello, Lionel. So I think it's okay. We can start, or
Yeah, I think we've got 9 people on.
okay. Okay, so hello everybody, and welcome to the problem management presentation. I will start by introduce myself. My name is Mohamed Hichem, 25 years old, a technical consultant in Imakumu since more than 1 year, and consultant in the CO ITSM team Veolia since more than 2 months. So today I present for you the problem management module, starting with an detailed definition of the problem management and its goal. After that, we will see together the difference between incident and problem. We will link this comparison by some useful definition around the problem management, of course. And just after that, we will try to explain the problem life cycle, and we will also discuss the problem states. At the end of the presentation, we will talk about responsibilities and role required to this model, without forgetting, of course, to discuss the relationship between problem, incident, change, and knowledge base. And finally, we arrive to our demo and the key benefits. Okay, so let's start with the definition and goal of the problem management. Here we have an detailed definition of the problem management. Problem management is the process responsible for managing the life cycle of all problems. It defines a problem as the underlying cause of one or more incidents. So a problem is defined as the underlying cause of one or more incidents. The root cause is not known at the time a problem record is created. And the problem management process is responsible for further investigation. Okay, so the goal that we can conclude from this definition is the problem management will determine the resolution to problems. So to stop the incidents related to this problem from occurring in the future. Okay, so let's move to the comparison incident and problem. Here we have the difference between incident and problem. We have seen that incident looks like problem in the form but we have also many differences. Let's talk about this difference. Here in the incident, we have the named contact, the caller. In fact, in problem, we don't. It's just a description of the problem and the investigation. In the incident, we have to fix the problem as soon as possible. There is a service level argument, the SLA. In fact, in problem, we must investigate, find the root cause, finding solution. So generally, it will take more time than an incident. For the incidents, you can link them together as an incident child and incident parent, if they are about the same event, of course. Or you cannot link problems together, but you can relate problems to incidents to aid in communication. Okay, so now after defining the problem, its goal, and the difference between incidents and problem, we can go to the useful definition. So we will try to define what is a problem, what is the problem record, what is the problem management report, the known error, the KEDB, the workarounds, and the root cause. Let's start by the problem. So the problem is a cause of one or more incidents. The cause is not usually known when the problem record is created. Okay, the problem record or the problem ticket the problem record contains all details of a problem, documenting the history of the problem from detection to closure. Okay, and what is the problem management report? So the problem management report is a report supplying problem-related information to the other service management process. The known error. The known error is a problem also, a problem that has a documented roots and a workaround. Each known error are recorded in the KEDB. So what is the KEDB? The KEDB is the known error database. It's created by problem management and used by incident and problem management to manage all known errors record. What is a workaround? So the workaround is a temporary solution aimed at reducing or eliminating the impact of known errors, for which a full resolution is not yet available. Okay, and finally, the root cause. The root cause is to identify what, how, and why something happened. So you can identify a solution. Okay, so now let's discover the problem life cycle. Here is the problem life cycle. The problem investigation starts when the record is created. We may find the workaround identified, which is something that can immediately put people back online. And we can document that in the problem record. Through the investigation, we can find the root cause, the underlying issue that causes the incident and the solution. If we want to implement the solution, we submit it to a change model. The solution will be implemented and then we can close the problem ticket. But sometimes they will not be a solution, no solution to implement. So if we cannot find the root cause, we cannot find a solution. Or maybe the solution that we found is too expensive, or it's not the right time to implement it, or for other reasons. So we have a no solution implemented scenario. In that case, we document the workaround in the problem ticket and we mark it as a known error. It will be listed in the known error list in the problem application, and people go there to find the workaround. Okay, so now let's move to the problem states just after the problem lifecycle. For the problem, we have 4 problem states: the open state, the known error, the pending change, and the closed resolved. Let's start by the open state. So the open state is the default state value when the record is created. The known error states when the root cause of the problem has been identified, we passed at the known error state. The pending change, we will be in the pending change state when the problem has been used to initiate a change request and now is awaiting for closure. Awaiting closure of the change request, of course. And finally, the closed resolve states means that the problem is no longer active for different reasons, maybe problem resolved or maybe due to the complexity or the expense of removing the cause. Okay, so now let's see the responsibilities and the role required to problem management. Here we have the user, the problem manager, the service desk agent, and the problem analyst. Let's try to define every person in this slide. So the user is the person reporting the problem. The problem manager, who is responsible for managing the day-to-day activities of the process. The service desk agent, who is responsible for detecting problem and implementing workarounds. And the problem analyst, who is responsible for identifying the root cause of problems, identifying workarounds, creating and updating known error record, and notifying service desk and technical support of workaround availability. Okay, great. But what is the rule required for the problem management? So the rule required from the problem management is 2 out-of-the-box rule: ETL or admin, not both, just only one. If we have the rule ETL, we can submit a problem. And if we have admin rule, also we can do it. Okay, so now let's see the relationship of the problem management. Here we have incident, problem, change, and knowledge base. So the incident is an unplanned interruption or reduction in the quality of an IT service. Incident management activities are focused on restoring services to normal state as quickly as possible. In the incident may have evoked a problem, which is the cause of one or more incidents, like we say it later. So once a problem has been isolated, it may require changes to be made through the organization change management process. In ServiceNow, this can be accomplished easily from the problem record. Sorry. So just a little reminder of a change. The change is the addition, the modification, or removal of anything that could have an effect on IT services. So the scope should include all IT services, configuration item, process, documentation, etc. Okay, so now let's move to the demo. In the demo, we will try to see together how to create a problem, how incidents can evoke a problem, how to post the knowledge, how to make a problem known error, and how to communicate the workaround, how to create a problem task, and how to create a change recorded to the problem. Okay. So I will use my personal instance of development. I'm connected with my account, Hichem Mohamed, and I will try to create an incident because I have a problem. I cannot receive email and I cannot send email. And all my colleagues in Aubervilliers office had the same problem. So incident, the caller, it's me. Category, hardware category. Subcategory, CPU. Business service, email. And the configuration item, Aaron Mail SD01. For the state, it will be new. The impact, high. The urgency, high. Priority, so critical. And I will assign the incident to the hardware group and to Mr. David Liu. For the short description, I will put mail server is down. And for the description, I will make some details. So I said, so Aubervilliers mail server is down. More details. I will also say that all users in the Aubervilliers office are affected. Okay. And I will submit my incident. Here is my incident. Okay, so now I will impersonate with David Liu, who is a member of the hardware group. Now David Liu is connecting to his instance and he will check if he had some incident assigned to him. Yes. Okay. So mail server is down, the Aubervilliers mail server is down, all users in the Aubervilliers office are affected. Okay, so David will check and will confirm that the mail server is available because he will try to ping the server, but he will not receive a response. So we will here in the work notes, and he will say that confirm that mail server is unavailable. Does not respond to ping. Affected location is Aubervilliers. Okay, and he will post his work notes. After that, David Liu will create a problem related to this incident. So here we have the problem related to the incidents. For the business service, it will be email, configuration item, Iron Mail SD01. For the priority is critical. No change request for the moment. The short description in main server is down. For the state, it's open. The assignment group, so David Liu will assign it to the hardware group, and he will assign it also to him. And here we save. After that, David Liu will come back to the incident. He will check the priority, critical. So he will check that we have an SLA which will be breached in 8 hours. So he decided to solve the incident with a workaround. That's why he switched over to alternate server as a temporary fix, but need to determine root cause of error mail ST01 failure, and we will resolve the incident. Okay, now the incident is resolved with the workaround. Okay, so after that he will go back to the problem and you will start to investigate. Let's take a look to the dependency views of the configuration item. Okay. So David Liu looked at this dependency views and check that the problem could be everywhere here. Maybe one of the 3 mail server, or maybe the storage area network. So here, David Liu decided to create 2 problem tasks. The first one will be assigned to the server team for the 3 email server, and the second one will be assigned to the network team. Okay, problem task, new. So the configuration item will be iron mail, priority critical. For the assignment group, the server team, and it will be assigned to Mr. Fred Luddy. For the short description, it will be, for example, perform root cause analysis. And for the description, we can say that mail server is down. And he will submit. After that, the second problem task for the configuration item, it will be to the storage area network 001. The priority will be critical. For the short description, it will be the same. So perform root cause analysis. And for the description, mail server is down. For the second task, we said that we will assign it to the network group and to Mr. Bo or J. Okay, and submit. Okay, back to the problem. So here is not the case, but just to demonstrate how we can communicate the workaround. If David Liu has a workaround solution, he could write it here. workaround solution, and just communicate workaround, sorry, and it will be passed in the activities. Also in all the incident related to, but here our incident is resolved, dot it will not be. And another point, just for how to post a news from the problem record. We have just to click on the post news, and we will have a news that it created. Just to check it, and here we will have our news with the problem. Mail server is down. The short description, and the workaround we created just for testing. Okay, so back to the problem or the incident. Now I will impersonate to Mr. Fred Ludi, who is a member of the server team group. Fred Ludi is connected. He will check the problem. We'll check the task problem, and we'll try to investigate. So when Fred Ludi tried to investigate, he confirmed that the server needs a patch. So he write it here in the work note that he confirmed that the server needs a patch. And he updated. Back to David Liu, who is waiting for a response of the server or the network group after investigation. So problem is assigned to me, this one, and he will check that the server team respond that Fred Ludi say that confirm the service needs a patch. So back to the problem, and Mr. David Liu will put in the work note that this mail server needs patch. Opening a change request to take care of it. And you post your work notes, and you don't forget to change the state on pending change and create a change. Here we will just have a change, for example, change number 1, and you will save. After that, they will waiting for the change request is closed to close the change and to close the problem. So after the patch, the change will be closed, and when the change will be closed, the problem will also be automatically closed and resolved, and the incident related to the problem also will be closed. Our incident was closed with an around solution, with workaround solution first. Okay, so we go back to the presentation. Okay, so after the demo, and finally, we say together the key benefits of the problem management. The key benefits of the problem management is to minimize impacts by providing the IT department with the best technology, conduct root cause analysis, and avoid future disruption. And we don't must forget the important key benefits, keep stakeholder informed. So thank you for your attention, and I will try to ask for all your questions, if you had some question.
So have you guys got any questions about problem management?
Lionel, do we have some plugin available? For the problem, we don't need a plugin. We will have the problem like incident, all this application are the out of the box, we will say. So no plugin for the problem.
Does that answer your question, Lionel? Anyone else? Don't be shy. Are there any more questions? I can see someone else has just joined us. Oh, and they've left.
Mm-hmm. Bastian. So no question for me. Thanks, Hichem, for this good presentation. Thank you, Bastian. Ian, so do we use problem enough as a group? I don't use the problem here in Veolia, but I checked it, and I think that in Veolia we are using this model, this application. So I think that I will say yes.
And also, you've started 2 months ago. Is that right?
Yes.
So you may not know.
Yes, it is used.
Is there any other question, guys? I'm going to give it a minute or two to see if you've got any more questions.
Better use problem management. Yes. Thanks, Pascal. Thanks. Thank you.
Any other question, guys?
I think my presentation was perfect, so no question.
I think you may be right.
Nice.
Okay, brilliant. So we'll. Oh, got a message.
Good demo will be presented. Thank you, Jan.
Okay, brilliant, guys. So we're going to close. Oh. I think we've got
Problem and knowledge. What is the link? Yes, so the link between problem and knowledge that we can create, like what I tried to demonstrate in the demo, that we can create an article with a draft state when we are in the life cycle of the problem. We are not obliged to wait of closure of the problem to create an article. Or we can also check the flag knowledge to create an article when the problem will be closed.
Does that answer your question, perhaps? I'm guessing that does. Okay, is there any more questions before we close the demonstration? Okay. Thanks, Hichem, and thanks everyone attending the demonstration.
Thank you. Thank you, Navina. Thank you, all of you.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.